In August 1914, the foreign ministers of Europe's great powers watched a war begin that none of them had planned, and none of them could stop. They had alliances, mobilization schedules, and decades of diplomatic precedent. What they lacked was a way to see how their instruments of power interacted, how a single assassination in Sarajevo would cascade through treaty obligations, military timetables, and imperial rivalries into the defining catastrophe of the 20th century. That problem has not been solved. It has only become more complex. The tools of statecraft have multiplied, but the analytical infrastructure available to most organizations has not kept pace. Economic sanctions, information operations, proxy forces, or supply chain leverage, to name a few. The institutions that shape strategy still rely on judgment, experience, and process that is slow, expensive, and rarely documented well enough to learn from. Every major strategic failure in modern history shares a common thread. The people responsible did not have a systematic way to map effects, test assumptions, or stress test their strategy against a thinking adversary before events forced the question. That is the problem SAGE was built to address.
My name is Rachel Mercer, and I am the AI Briefing Officer for SAGE. I should tell you what that means. I am an artificial intelligence, a digital presenter built to orient analysts and decision makers to the SAGE platform and to the exercises they are about to run. SAGE does not make analytical judgments. SAGE surfaces context. The humans in the room make the calls. That division of labor is not incidental. It is the design principle that SAGE is built on. The Strategic Advisory and Guidance Engine is an AI-powered platform developed by Valexis Global for professional strategic analysis and wargaming. Its users are the analysts, strategists, and facilitators who are responsible for answering hard questions under time pressure. Its prime users are defense institutions, think tanks, professional military education programs, and government policy offices. People who need to build a strategy, stress test it against a thinking adversary, and produce a documented analytical product they can stand behind in minutes, not weeks. The platform begins with a live intelligence feed, a curated ticker of geopolitical headlines filtered by region. An analyst sees a relevant development, clicks it, and SAGE generates a pre-filled scenario form from that headline in seconds. What would have been a blank page is now a starting point. From there, SAGE maps the strategic environment. It generates a dime effects ontology, a structured network showing how diplomatic, information, military, and economic instruments interact within the scenario. Every node receives analytical scores. Every score is grounded in verified country-level data and cited explicitly. The analyst reviews and approves every node before anything generates from it. That approval gate is not optional. The ontology is the foundation. Everything downstream builds from it. From the approved ontology, SAGE generates 3 courses of action: conservative, balanced, and aggressive, with full supporting analysis for each action, cost estimates, congressional support profiles, and a complete legislative whip count grounded in the current political environment. The analyst can reorder actions, build a COA manually, or regenerate the scaffolds entirely. A phased implementation roadmap follows, with critical path and choke point detection built in. And before any of this leaves the platform, SAGE generates a source traceability report, showing exactly what percentage of the analysis came from cited sources and what the AI contributed on its own. Transparency is not a feature. It is a requirement.
The second module is the Strategic Wargaming Engine. A wargame in SAGE is a structured, doctrine-grounded exercise that stress tests a strategy against a thinking adversary. It follows the U.S. Army War College Strategic Wargaming Handbook and NATO Wargaming Standards. Before a single move is played, the exercise must be designed. 5 sections gate the exercise. The facilitator defines the problem statement, purpose, objectives, and research questions. The wargame type, analytical, educational, or experiential, changes what the platform generates. and how it frames the findings. The analytical approach, deductive, inductive, or abductive, changes how research questions are framed and what kind of conclusions the after-action report delivers. These are not cosmetic choices. A deductive wargame requires upload of the strategy document being stress-tested. The design button is blocked until that document is attached. The risk register distinguishes two types of risk that professional wargaming frequently conflates risks of the game, which are design and facilitation risks that could undermine the exercise's analytical validity, and risks in the game, which are the strategic and situational risks within the scenario itself. Scenario risks are injected into the adjudication prompt for every move that follows, so the exercise stays grounded in the conditions it was designed to test. When design is approved, the exercise begins with an AI-generated video briefing, delivered by me, that orients all participants simultaneously. Then the cells play. Every move passes through 3 explicit states. Draft cells work in a private workspace, building their actions against a live dime resource pool. Each domain has a point budget. Spend it on diplomatic actions, and military options become constrained. Joint actions cost from all 4 domains at once. The pool enforces strategic trade-offs that no amount of analytical intent can override. As actions are built, a live synergy matrix shows how domain combinations interact, whether the move package is generating compound effects across instruments or simply adding actions in parallel. Canonical dime pair synergies are grounded in multi-domain operations doctrine. Exercise produces an after-action report that maps findings directly to the research questions defined at the start. Every finding cites specific move evidence. Every claim carries a confidence rating: high, moderate, or low, with explicit rationale. The verdict is computed by a single function called by every surface in the platform. What the debrief shows and what the report delivers are the same number, derived the same way. When calibration constraints were active during any move, the analytical limitations section says so, naming which moves were constrained, what the constraints were, and that findings from those moves should be treated as directional. A Sage wargame shows its work. What you conclude from it is defensible. Sage does not make strategic decisions. It makes the analysts who do make those decisions faster, better prepared, and able to stand behind what they produce. I am Rachel Mercer. Sage is developed by Valexis Global Corporation, headquartered in Woodinville, Washington. Intelligence at the intersection of power and markets.